Mark Zuckerberg in a recent podcast said that AI is going to replace all the mid-level software engineers in 2025. Listen to this once.
Probably in 2025, we at Meta are going to have an AI that can effectively be a sort of mid-level engineer that you have at your company that can write code.
And not just Mark Zuckerberg, even the CEO of Salesforce said something very similar, that they don't need any more software engineers in their company. Listen to him also.
2025 right now. We're not adding any more software engineers next year because we have increased the productivity this year with Agentforce and with other AI technology that we're.
Now, when such large personalities in the tech industry and the CEOs and CTOs of these big tech giant companies are talking these things, then obviously this is going to create a panic in the software industry. Something very similar has been said by CEO of Nvidia also.
The IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future.
And not just CEO of Nvidia, but a lot more tech leaders have said something very similar, that AI is going to replace software engineers very soon. Now, this is creating a lot of panic in the tech industry. Everybody is talking about this on social media. It is creating a lot of buzz in media, and all the major newspapers are also publishing very much the same, that AI is replacing software engineers. In this video, I will discuss and give you my point of view on this topic. And before giving me any hate, you can feel free to disagree to my points, but listen to whatever I am saying carefully with your ears and eyes open. Listen to me and then make a judgment out of it. The first thing that we all won't disagree to is that the people like Mark Zuckerberg and such big tech leaders of these tech giants are obviously visionary people. They can see things coming a lot faster than most of us, isn't it, in the tech industry.
I'm hoping that NVIDIA someday will be a 50,000 employee company with 100 million, AI assistants.
Wow. And that the reason is that they are working on these technologies, right? They are building the AI. They are building the next generation tech. So they all are a little visionary, and they have a sneak peek into what is coming and how far it is there. But let me tell you, these people are visionary. They can think out of the box and think of the future, but they are not 100% right every time whenever they make any such statements.
We'll be right about some things, wrong about others. We'll be right about some things, wrong about others.
Because nobody can predict the future. That is the first learning which I have learned seeing all these things in the market, that nobody can predict the future. See, earlier what happened is, recently COVID happened. Can anybody predict that? No, right? And everything changed around us. And when we were inside the COVID, we never knew, right? We cannot predict when it is going to end. Literally there were people who thought that, okay, and even me, we thought that, okay, we will be just wearing masks all of our lives now. Right? The mask has now become a new jacket for us, right? We have to wear it no matter what. But then what happened? In just a couple of years, we are back to normal. Everything is like normal. Mask has gone off. Everything has gone off. So what I'm trying to say is that nobody can predict the future. Not these tech CEOs, CTOs, not these billionaire peoples, and not even the astrologers, not even me, not even you, right? So nobody can actually predict what is going to happen. What we can do instead is, we can talk about the reality today and take decisions of our career about what we are going to do with what is happening today in the world. Instead of thinking about the future, and instead of just thinking and saying, oh, what will happen after 10 years, 20 years, because it's just foolish to do all that, because nobody knows what is going to happen in next year or 2 years or 3 years. So always make a short-term plan and stick to it, and take decisions on thinking about what is happening in the present. Remember, a few years back, Zuckerberg also said that, okay, now we will be living in metaverse, right? And they also changed the name of their company from Facebook to Meta, isn't it? Right? And they were bullish on Meta.
I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. But now we have a new North Star to help bring the metaverse to life. To help bring the metaverse to life.
What is happening now? Are we sitting with our VR headsets and just spending time on metaverse? It's not happening. And I'm not, demeaning him in any way, because see, these people think about the future and they can just predict that this might happen. They are not always true. Now let's not talk about the future, what is going to happen, and try to predict the future. But let us talk about today, what's happening. And the reality is, today, softwares are being built much, much faster than ever before, much, much efficient than ever before, and a less amount of hard work can, produce more amount of output than ever it has happened before in the industry. This is something which I can see in the reality, isn't it? Let me give you some examples. If you ask me, I have a career of more than a decade in the tech space. And let's talk about not even a decade. Let's talk about 5 years back. 5 years back, if you had to develop a full stack application, it used to take a lot of efforts, multiple engineers, and a lot of things to make the application live on production. But what's today, right? What's happening today? Even a single engineer can kind of learn a MERN stack kind of a thing, and they can build a full stack application right a single person, and can take it to production like very quickly within few days. Isn't it? That is possible just because of the advancements that we have seen in the tech industry. Let's also take an example of DevOps also, right? Earlier, it used to take a team of, a lot of DevOps engineers who used to manage their servers. Every company used to manage their own servers. But after AWS has come in, after Google Cloud has come in, now everybody is on cloud, isn't it? Nobody, there are one-click deployment method. You just have to, do a single click and your application will be deployed on production. Now, hardly we need a lot big DevOps team in any company. We don't need it, right? It's very less required, just because technology has evolved a lot. And technology has evolved even more after these AI tools have come into picture. After we have ChatGPTs and Grok into our lives, we have recently improved as a software engineer. Now, some people would say that no, nothing has happened after ChatGPT and Grok has come in. That is not true, my dear friends. If you look outside, see what is happening around the world, now software engineers are writing code much faster than ever before. If you are not writing code much faster, then there is a problem with you. But otherwise, in general, software engineers are writing code faster than ever before. Software engineers are debugging code faster than ever before. There was an era where whenever you used to get stuck into a bug, we used to Google search. Then, then you used to find answers in Stack Overflow and all the other websites, and then you used to do a lot of things. But now, after ChatGPT has come in, debugging time has seriously improved. Let me also show you a graph. Since ChatGPT has released, Stack Overflow has seen a major drop in their traffic. Nobody is going to Stack Overflow now just because ChatGPT is doing the work much, much faster than ever before. And if you as a software engineer is not using ChatGPT or any AI tool, or maybe some AI tools which are integrated in your code editors, or maybe some things like Cursor AI or something, or GitHub Copilot, then you are not doing the right thing. You should probably go and improve your efficiency also. If you feel that you are not much efficient than you were 2 years back, if you are the same place, then this is a serious problem for you. Then you should be concerned. Now, just because we have become more and more efficient with using AI, now obviously to develop the same application, you would need less engineers and less time. And that is definitely going to reduce the number of people who are required in the company to do the same amount of work. If the work will not increase, if the work is same, then there would obviously be less number of engineers required. And in future, as the tech will evolve and the work stays same, then there would be even lesser number of software engineers that will be required in the market. That's a truth. So what I'm trying to say is AI is making the existing software engineers much, much more efficient, and companies, if the work is not increasing for them, if the work is the same, then they would need less engineers in future just because this tech is evolving. One can possibly argue that this is what it is, right? Now, because less engineers are needed to do the same amount of work, then it's a job cut, isn't it? Because what the other software engineers will do, right? They will be gone away, right? AI will be replacing them, isn't it? That's what is happening. But let me tell you, it's not, this is not how you basically can say AI will replace the software engineers. What about the work that is getting increased? Right? So work is also getting increased. Let me take an example. When we used to write code in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, when I started my career, I used to write code in pure HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and we used to use jQuery at that point of time. Then, we improved our tech. We started getting these frameworks like React, like Angular, and even they are getting, faster and more efficient day by day. Today, if you have to write a UI application, you can just do a, write single command line command, and then you are it automatically spits out a very good front end application in front of you, right? The same amount of application, if you had to develop in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, would take a lot of time, like 5-6 years back or 10 years back. What happened is, the industry shifted. We have become more faster, but still jobs were increasing, isn't it? Because the work started expanding more, there were new businesses that came in, there were new products which were being built, there were new engineers that were being hired, and we cannot say that after AI is coming in, why not? We might need a lot more AI engineers who can build a lot more products. There would be a lot more companies who would come up, right? We can say all that thing, isn't it? So basically, there are different types of argument that can be put. But, saying that future, maybe a single company requires less number of engineers, but what about companies getting increased, right? So there are so many things that can happen, and we can just debate over it all over the day. And let me tell you that people also talk about, companies like OpenAI, they talk about AI replacing software engineers, and they still are hiring software engineers, isn't it? If you will go to the career page of OpenAI, they are still hiring React engineers. Why? If AI is replacing software engineers, then first of all, even these companies like OpenAI should replace their engineers with, they are giving a salary of 3.3 crore to a front-end engineer in OpenAI. What is it? Because even companies like OpenAI need engineers. AI is not replacing software engineers. AI is just improving these software engineers. It's like, it's like giving superpowers to software engineers, existing software engineers. And who, if you are a software engineer, AI should give you superpowers also. If you are not using AI efficiently in your day-to-day job, if you are not getting efficient, if you are not improving your coding using AI, then you will be left behind. So you have to make sure that you are using AI to become more efficient. Instead of thinking that, okay, AI is taking away my job, AI should improve your job. AI should improve your skills. AI should improve your efficiency. AI should improve your speed. Other than this, I would say that please don't fall and don't panic because of these random things which goes into market, right? A year back, we also saw that, okay, now software engineers are going away. Everybody will be a prompt engineer, right? There was a term prompt engineer. Where are prompt engineers now? Existing software engineers have become prompt engineer, isn't it? Now suppose you and me who are using ChatGPT are kind of prompt engineers, isn't it? We are writing better prompts to find out cool things from the AI. We are using we are kind of prompt engineers, isn't it? We are writing better prompts to get better results and improve our existing jobs. There was a hype of Devin that AI will write whole code and Devin will replace the software engineers. Yes, Devin is efficient, but it's not exactly replacing the software engineers. Software engineers are getting better using Devin, not Devin is replacing them. If you will listen carefully to what Zuckerberg said, so Zuckerberg said probably in 2025.
Probably in 2025. Probably in 2025.
We are not listening to the word probably. Probably. The meaning of probably is we do not know. And in the same podcast ahead, Zuckerberg also said that people will become more creative. There would be more creative things we would be doing instead of getting stuck into random bugs and writing basic code, doing the same things again and again.
So I mean, my view on this is the future, people are just going to be so much more creative and they're going to be freed up to do kind of crazy things.
So basically, it's not replacing us, it is improving us. we will be more creative. We will be doing a lot more creative things from our head instead of writing the basic code. Think of yourself as an engineer, not a code writer, right? You are not a coder or something, right? You are not just there to write code. You are an engineer. You are solving problems. So if you think of yourself as you are just a, machine that spits out code, then you will be replaced. But if you think yourself as an engineer who is solving problems, then you will not be replaced. Because always in the industry, there would obviously be demand of smart engineers who can solve problems, who can debug things faster, who can think about product, who can think about providing value using softwares and building code, right? So you would obviously be there, and nobody is going to replace you if you think in that way. There will never be a point where you would say, okay, React version 19, now React 19 has been launched. Now no more new React will be launched. Everything that will be ever made will be made in React 19 and AI can write all the code. It will not going to happen. Our libraries and frameworks will improve. Our browsers will improve. Maybe we are sitting tomorrow in a metaverse where we will have VR headsets, and there would be different kind of application which will be built, and there would be different kind of code that will be written for those headset kind of an application where you would see in 3D and you get to interact with those applications. We don't know anything about it. But if you are a good software engineers, you will be the first one to move in that zone. Right? There would be new technologies coming up. There would be new frameworks which will be coming up. There would be new type of code that will be written. And all that is not possible that everything AI will do. There would definitely be a need of huge and smart software engineers in the industry. So see, what I am trying to say with all this conversation is no one can predict the future. Not me, not Mark Zuckerberg, not you, and no one else, right? These are all just probability that we can, say that, okay, this might happen, that might happen. I can give you thousands of more directions where you can think and you would say, oh my God, this looks real, right? This can happen. This can be the future. But these are all just, my predictions or somebody else's predictions. And that is why we say we are predicting it, and probably in 2025 or something, right? And let me also tell you, my dear friends, if there would be something changing, the change will be very, very slow. Just like there was not, the chat GPT was not there and we were working in a certain way. Now we have chat GPT. Now we are working in a slightly different way. Now tomorrow we will have some more tools and we will be much more efficient and working in some other way. There would be much more new frameworks. Maybe there would be much more better ways to build application. There would be much more type of devices we would have in future. So we don't know anything about the future. What might come up, what might blast up, right? Sometimes the tech can be good, but the maybe industry is not ready for it, right? And there have been a lot of, talks about that government should be regulating the use of AI. You don't know what is going to happen. Trust me, and anything can happen anytime. So what I am suggesting you is that please don't panic, my dear friends. Right? Please don't panic. What I would suggest is please focus on improving yourself. If you will improve yourself as a software engineer, try to improve your efficiency and speed. Two things: efficiency, speed, and learn new things. The third thing, right? Learn new things, improve your efficiency, improve your speed of coding, improve your efficiency of coding, learn new things. Whatever is coming into market, try them out, try to explore new things. Because see, if you are a software engineer, then you'll have to sign up for lifelong learning. Right? You can't just stay, I have seen there are some people whom I talk to and they say, I don't want to use these AI tools. It's boring. It does not give you good code. It does not help you. It is taking more time. This, that, they rant about it. But the truth is, you cannot avoid it. You have to use it, and that makes you efficient. And this is just going to improve. Today, ChatGPT might be giving you random answers, not correct code. And there would be so many things that is not true or correct or best in ChatGPT. It is not giving you good outputs. But sooner it will improve, right? It will be very good in coming years. So don't avoid it. Avoiding is not the right solution. Adapt it. improve yourself using it. Try to see how you can fit AI into whatever you do today in your day-to-day job. Try to, use ChatGPT as a superpower to you. Try to improve the speed of coding. Suppose if you were writing a certain application in 5 days, 2 years back, today, how much time does it take to you? Have you improved or not? Ask these questions to yourself. And trust me, my dear friends, don't fall for these panics. Nobody knows what is going to happen. Just panicking out of few statements that any tech personality made on any podcast is just, not good, right? Don't bet your career on random things. Try to focus more on what is happening presently, right? What is there in present, instead of thinking that after 10 years this will happen. Don't bet your career on what will happen in 10 years because nobody knows. Bet your career on what is there today. Even today, there are so many companies who need basic software engineers, right? Basic software engineers who can write APIs, who can talk to database, who can know how to develop front end using React, MERN stack. Those type of engineers are still the most sought engineer in the market. Try to focus upon the present, what is going on, instead of worrying about the future. And if you will focus upon improving yourself, then you will keep up with the trends. Start learning whatever is going on in the market. Suppose if some new tools are coming up, try to experiment it and see. If you will do just this of it and don't panic, then you will be the first movers in whatever comes next. So if suppose ChatGPT is coming up, you are the first ones to use it, right? And implement it in your job. You have become more efficient. If some other tools will come, we will pick that up. We will be the quick learners, right? You will be the first movers. If suppose new technology comes up, a new kind of a framework comes up to build some AI applications, be the first one to adapt it. That will only happen if you change the mindset of adapting instead of worrying about what will happen in future and I will be replaced and all that stuff. Nothing will happen. If you are a techie, technology is just evolving, and this is just the start of the evolution of technology. It will be much, much more powerful. It will be much, much more better as we go ahead in the future. So don't panic. Focus on present. Don't worry about the future. That's all I want to say in this video. Thanks for watching.
आपको कभी दिक्कत हो कभी भी तो आप हमको बताइएगा.
आप क्या करेंगे?
हम ठीक कर देंगे. मतलब मान लो आपको कोई छेड़ता है या परेशान करता है, रुलाता है तो
आपने ही रुला दिया तो?
हम नहीं, क्यों?